Good morning, fourth grade online learners. This is science class with Mr. Monzo, and it is January 14th, 2021. Remind me, tomorrow's my older sister's birthday. I should always wish her a happy birthday, January 15th. So somebody has to remind me. Okay, call your sister Diane. It is her birthday, and she's older than you, so you should respect her.
My mom is named Diana.
Your mom's name is Diana?
Yeah.
Is tomorrow her birthday?
No, it was on the 7th.
Oh, okay. January 7th? Oh, tell her my sister's name is almost the same.
He's playing the Bonzo Cat game.
We have a quiz tomorrow, and it is based on metric units, volume, mass, balance, weight, metric system. If you have a book, it's on pages E14 to E19. If you don't have a book, watch Monday's video because I read those pages to you. We have Mr. Casper's class with us, and we're going to ask them to please remain quiet during this video and stay on task. We should be doing either our journal summaries or just listening to the review. No kind of games. Sometimes the computers turn into an avenue to play games if we're done early, but we're going to...
Who didn't get the study guide deed?
All right, I will get it. I will get him the study guide. Who didn't get it?
Rocco.
Rocco, come up and get this. Here he is.
Study guide, but
All right, so we have two study guides today. So let me go over the first study guide. It is based on pages E14 to E19 or Monday's video. Metric units. Here's the different types of metric units. There's many types, but here's what we talked about. Kilometers, meters, and centimeters are examples of these units of length. So units of length, there's some examples. Volume, the amount of space that matter takes up. Mass, the amount of matter in an object. Balance, a tool to measure mass exactly. That, I know that one's on the quiz. I just made the quiz yesterday. Balance is a tool to measure mass exactly. Weight, the measure of the pull of gravity on an object. Metric system, a system of measurement based on multiples of 10. Now there are 6 words, so 6 of your questions will come from vocabulary. 4 will come from key concepts on your study guide, which is on Google Classroom. Key concepts. A person would weigh more near sea level compared to a mountain. So if you're by the ocean, let's say you're 100 pounds, you're standing by the ocean. Somebody picks you up in a helicopter and they fly you to the top of a mountain. You're going to weigh less. And you didn't lose any weight because a helicopter took you there, so you weren't exercising. You're going to look exactly the same. Or let's say Elon Musk picks you up at sea level and takes you to the moon in his rocket. You're going to weigh less on the moon because there's less gravity up there. But you're going to look exactly the same. You can't go to the moon and say, hey, this diet worked great. Yes, you lost weight because the center of gravity is different, but you're going to look exactly the same. Don't try that trick. You can. I mean, anybody who knows anything about science will laugh. If you're standing on the moon saying, I lost a bunch of weight, I'll be laughing. And I'll also know that you look exactly the same. Key concepts. A person would weigh more near sea level than compared to on a mountain. We just did that one. 1 milliliter has the same volume as 1 cubic centimeter. Mass is used to identify, sort, and describe objects. The volume of a liquid can be measured with a bottle, tube, or a beaker. A large animal could be measured in meters, like a giraffe. Large animal. You're not gonna measure a frog in meters. Maybe centimeters. 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. So if a giraffe is 14 meters high, it's going to be 1,400 centimeters. Scientists use tools to measure objects in metric units. Okay, now that's one study guide. Can I borrow somebody else's study guide? Because I gave mine to Rocco.
Okay.
And we are still recording.
You can have mine.
Oh, there we go. We have one. Oh, no, the other study guide. Not this one. I have Sebastian's. And we'll give that one back. Okay, so we have a study guide we're using in school that is not at home. You guys have this on Google Classroom, this one. And then we have this one in school. I'll go over it with you. This one says all scientists use the metric system, which is based on multiples of 10. So if you're a scientist, you're using the metric system. Mass is an important physical property used to identify, sort, and describe objects. The amount of space matter takes up, or volume, is measured in different ways for different objects. Weight is a measure of the pull of gravity on an object. And then we have a picture of a guy at sea level, a picture of a guy on Mount Everest, very tall mountain, and a picture of a guy on the moon. Where would the person weigh the least? The person would weigh the least at sea level. And whose study guide do I have right now?
Mine.
Okay, all right. And they put the person's mass is always the same. Yes, the mass is the same, but they're going to weigh the least at sea level. Where would the person have the least amount of mass? Where would the person have the least amount of mass? Oh, number 6, that's where the answer should go. The mass is always the same. Okay? So we just mixed those two answers up. You're going to weigh the least at sea level, but you're always going to have the same amount of mass. Why would the person weigh less on the top of the mountain than on Earth's surface? The farther away from the center of the Earth, the less gravity. So gravity affects what you weigh. Doesn't change how you look. It changes how much you weigh. Daniel.
Isn't Mount Everest the tallest mountain?
I believe Mount Everest is the tallest mountain. So somebody else said that in the other class. They said, what if the mountain's not very tall? Well, then you're not going to lose very much weight. The higher you go, the less you weigh.
Me and my dad were talking about Mount Everest last night.
Oh, you are? I believe it is the tallest mountain. So if you want to lose the most weight, go there. But it's really silly, guys, because you're going to look the same. But I wonder if sometimes football players, when they go and they play at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, it's a mile high from sea level. I wonder if they can jump higher. There's less gravity. Nicholas.
I searched it up and it's 29,032 feet above the.
Mount Everest, 29,032 feet above sea level. All right, so I wonder, guys, we used to have a Pittsburgh Steeler. His name was Ryan Clark, and when we played in Denver, Colorado, the Denver Broncos, he didn't play. He had a problem with the way he was breathing. I forget what exactly his issue was, but the air was so thin up there, he had trouble breathing, so he had to sit out the game when we went to Denver. So the higher you go, the air is much thinner, and it is harder to breathe. You have to get used to it. Okay, any questions or comments? Okay, 4th grade online learners, you can also explore Mosamac. We watched the video today. It is on Google Classroom page way at the bottom. Click on it. It should work. We had a student have a problem with it yesterday. I think we have it fixed. Click on it, see if it works. If it does not, let me know. But if you choose to watch Mosamac, you do not have to do your journal entry. You just write, today I watched Mosamac video. Today I answered Mosamac questions. Mosamac is enrichment. It's extra work, but we can substitute it for a website summary if you want to. And a couple people have already done that. Let me check the video here. And we are almost at 9 minutes. So 3 journal entries this week. Study your study guide. Extra time, do Mosamac. All right, 4th grade online learners. We will see you tomorrow, and we will see you Tuesday at 3 if you want to talk about something. Bye-bye.